So this is where I paint from. My painting easel. Right now, I've just filed a few more paintings there because I want to show you around. And from my previous pop-up show that I had in Jinja, this was an extract from my vanity series that I showed at a recent pop-up show in Jinja that I titled "Tripped Mind." And this painting is playing donkey. I'm inspired by these games we used to play when we were young, where you climb on a brother's back and then you ride it like a donkey. But in this case, my model is playing with herself. She's the same model as a donkey and the same model instead of the donkey. The same. Then from there, it's restless beds, where this same person still is on the bed, seated on the bed, looking down to this one who is not comfortable being on the bed. Yeah. Then from there is as it shifts and cracks. So as it shifts and cracks is you see how she's holding herself, and it's kind of it integrates regret, maybe decisions you've made, and maybe how you think about them, repercussions of your actions. Yeah. So this one of my new babies, one of my new compositions. It's called Buying Time. So in Uganda, it's a local group. My previous work was showing classes, division in classes. The work I showed at Kampala at Biennale 2018 by showing division in classes, showing a slum dweller and juxtaposed in a white space, which is the city, Kampala. And now I'm trying to, I thought of something that brings people together socially, which is a local brew where you find an MP and a campus student, an office attendant or something. So I'm using these different chairs. If you can look at them, there are different chairs trying to show. This is a local stool, showing maybe a dweller of a place. These are local, can I say, drunkards? People are always on the drinking spots. Then this is representative of maybe someone from a higher standard, maybe an officer, an MP, something. Then an office chair, a stool. So I'm putting different things to represent different icons, different statures of people. But they're being united by this drink. So this is Special Needs. It's the title of this work. I don't want to say much about it. It's from my recent pop-up show with the other paintings I showed you, the Tripped Mind. So let it take you to a tripped mind. Prior to Kampala Art Biennale 2018, I was doing my master's in fine art at Makerere University, and focusing on slum housing in Katanga slum as my area of study. So when I encountered the theme that was shared with us by our master, it was Queen of Country. The theme of our studio was Queen of Country, and with having dealt with slum dwellers, it was easy for me to get inspiration, and I jumped into it and went on. I worked with Pascal Martini Tayo, PMT, and he's an installation artist, sculptor. So I'd recently come across his works before on Instagram because I searched out about Abba. This time they exposed him more to me, and then I read about him before I applied. So I saw myself delving into something new that I've always wished to maybe do. I've previously been a painter, but when I saw his works, I realized to give me an opening into working with objects that I never thought of. So in Kampala Art Biennale 2018, my installation was the master bedroom, which was a bed of a slum dweller with his household items, the saucepans, the shoes, everything that he has around, his money box, sigiri, put together and against a white space, which was a representation of the city. So his items and the bed, the master bedroom, was the representation of a slum dweller within the city. There are several artists that I've always known, but had not like visited some of their studios. I didn't know how they work. But the set of Kampala Biennale 2018, we're working at the space of the exhibition actually, because we're kind of installing in a new space. So I got to visit different studios. I assisted some artists as they're doing their work. So we had conversations. I got to know what they're doing. And since then, I started actually visiting my friends' studios. So it kind of opened me up to sharing ideas, critique. Because when you visit a friend's studio, you see what they're doing. You learn from them, they learn from you. Kampala Biennale was really necessary by the time it came. I first heard of it, I think, on the first edition, 2014, where I was still at university, my final year, I think. And I just completed university, my first degree. And when I saw it in the beginning, it looked like just a big exhibition, but it has grown to now the apprenticeship program, where you see young artists or emerging artists get to learn from the established artists, and I see it's having it's playing a role to bridge the gap between the university, like a student who comes out of the university and they are coming to learn how to be a contemporary artist, to fit in the contemporary art world. So I feel it's bridging that gap. You have your skills from the university, then you come and you're shown how to do work that addresses the problems and issues of the contemporary world.